Ronyo viaggio renfo. Pasogno viaggio renfo. Misro, viaggio renfo. Ronyo viaggio renfo. Tabiriano viaggio renfo. Misro. Beji. Nyamo me urani ju. Beji ni ju beji. Nyenyo me fwa kem. Beji ni ju beji. Nyenyo me de pa point. Beji ni ju beji. Nyenyo kebe ni akatienye. Sa boy wanyo guso. Monin be wa mumio. Sa boy wanyo kwenkwe. Monin se propunyi. Sa boy wanyo de pa. Monin mo wajuga. Sa boy wa bobe. Wa monke kwa kieti. Sa boy wanyo guso. Wa monke kadie. Sa boy wanyo kwenkwe. Wa monke wadiamo. Kyo se pa ben sonson. Wa monke gadie. Kyo se pa ben sonson. Wa monke kwa kieti. Kyo se pa ben sonson. Wa monke za. Kyo se pa ben sonson. Wa monke kwa kieti. Pasonyo be Pasonyo be Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Asemra komponge kajo. Pasonyo viaggio renfo. Misro, viaggio renfo. Ronyo viaggio renfo. Tabiriano viaggio renfo. Mombe nyeke yinya, dede sembe nyokia. Mombe nyeke yina, denyo sense me ukiema. Mombe nyeke yinya, dede sembe nyokia. Mombe nyeke yinya, dede sembe nyokia. Yo isuro, yo isuro. No ya fue. Pasonyo be Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Kisemra komponge kajo babe. Asemra komponge kajo. Ni munya, ni nyu de do se bwe mu Isemwa koponge kajo babe. Isemwa koponge kajo babe. Isemwa koponge kajo babe. Isemwa koponge kajo babe. Usedwa nyukwe mkajedo. Ya jiwo remfo. Ronyo vya jiwo remfo. Pasonyo vya jiwo remfo. Iswo. Ya jiwo remfo. Ronyo vya jiwo remfo. Tabiri anyo vya jiwo remfo. Mombe nyeke yinya, dede seme nyukia. Mombe nyeke yinya, denyo sense nyukia ma. Mombe nyeke yinya, dede seme nyukia. Mombe nyeke yinya, dede seme nyukia. Yo isuo, yo isuo, yeah.
You understand? When you have become an embarrassment, you call a full of communication and you say for every people, and you refuse yourself for them. You have become an embarrassment, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you have become an embarrassment. I don't know why you are letting Mr. Speaker supposed to find your hands. I think your hands are supposed to talk. Oh, the time I was driving. When I say your hands are supposed to talk, you will see how it is. I have to bring out the phone.
Hey, you! When you want me around, what kind of bullshit is this? Foolishness going on, a complete bullshit. This session is not poverty money room. This session is not somewhere that anybody can do anything to somebody.
Do you feel intimidated?
Intimidated by who? By poverty money? One private security ambassador. We are cannot feel intimidated by him.
Who's the private security?
Poverty money.
He's a speaker. He's not a secret.
Do you feel
your action against your colleague Honorable Prince were provoking?
Honorable Prince were expecting. Let me talk now. You want to talk now? Can you change the talk? I just have a question. Generally, can you change our talk? You don't want me to talk there. What?
Sorry, I just have a question. Do you think that action was provoking?
No, it's not provoking.
Why do you think so?
The man is involved with forgery. Under the law, forgery is a crime.
Okay.
The man has carried their heart to the highest public dispute.
Okay.
Has anything been done? Because he's the chair of the CDC Legislative Caucus. You definitely that one by Ambassador.
What do you want to see happening?
I want to see him be prosecuted. I want to see him be expelled.
You can put it through a communication. You can put it through a communication. You have not regular communication on that.
We have a latest information.
So the
question is,
what do you want to see happening?
So how many percent?
So the question is, have you written the plenary?
I will not answer you.
Why will you answer me, sir? Why will you answer my question?
I want to see him be prosecuted.
Okay.
He has carried the horse to the highest public dispute.
Okay.
The man is involved with forgery. Forgery is a crime on the law. The man went to LU and fake document employer. You were expelled from Washington and LU.
Why he can be investigated?
Have you forwarded communication?
Forget about communication. The speaker is now where like everything done about communication.
No, but you have to put it through a written communication, sir.
I will not talk to you until I talk to this man.
Okay, all right.
No, there are a lot of communication being written here. Have they been respected? Have they been respected? Let's take for example the selling for Mary brought today. Is it building not dirty? Mary is saying we should clean what building. Is she wrong? She's not, and she cannot be wrong.
But the media use, standing across. So the media use, you are provoking Mary Bro for provoking your colleagues, and you are in defense of Mary Bro. She was sent for, she was appear before floor plenary to look in the faces of lawmakers.
Let me ask you one question, because when you talk to me, Abu will expel you, not get food to your house to eat.
No problem, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, let me tell you something. Is Gray not being expelled from LU? No. Answer me there. I know that you are.
I don't have document to that effect.
Is he not being expelled from?
Do you have document to that effect?
Do
you have document to that effect?
Let me fake document.
Any communication for
yes, all around. She have go put it on my head. Be careful there around the way, ambassador. We are still in the
saying that you always posting pornography in the chat of the house of representatives. So he removed you. That's why you are.
When you assault him, if I'm going to touch me, I will touch you. If you touch me, I will touch him. Now I kept going closer to him, right? I want you to touch me.
So you actually came here to provoke him.
He slapped you.
That man will have to surrender himself for persecution.
But you are not the court. You are not the court. You are not the court. How will you do it?
I never sweat you. Why you fighting here? Let you show one.
When you remove from the chat, when you remove
you in the chat of session today on the orders of hospital opportunity.
That's a normal thing.
Let us welcome everybody to the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Even Kevasan is here tonight. You know, I take a look at Kevasan. Kevasan, welcome to the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. This is the talk show that we are purely much saying the trivia. We don't sugarcoat it. We give it straight to the Liberian people. Jaha will receive it. So you know, my co-host, welcome to the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kamara. I'm happy to be here tonight again so that we can play our part. And I want to say in advance to our audience, thank you very much for joining us. And we want you to come and stay so that we can do our part. I know the conversation going to be very fabulous, authentic, and all about our contribution to make our country, Liberia, a better place. Thank you.
Yeah, let us start with the first discussion with the expulsion with the suspension of this Liberty Party chair standard bearer, including Daniel Sano. Well, we'll find some time to bring Daniel Sano here, including Senator Abraham Darrow Zilon. What are your take on that?
Maybe Liberia have become kind of animal kingdom, kind of, or animal farm. Let me just call it that way, or things for a part. Under George Weah, former footballer leadership, Liberia is no longer a country for other world leaders to take serious any longer in less than 5 years. If you find the children are going head to scatter, it means the parents in that home, they are not doing well. And because the president is not doing well, instead of serving as a twin mother, even down to political party leaders are not doing well. But it is just alarming, and how do I call it? Unpredictable and ridiculous. This is the first time that I see a party chairman in Liberia's political history that is suspending almost everybody, including the standard bearer of the party. I've not heard that before. I've not read it in any history book in Liberia. I know other countries have done it, like South Africa, the executive committee presided over by the chair of the party, but not in Liberia history. Based on our political history for almost 200 years, let's just take it from the quote-unquote 1822, I have not come across any history that the chair of the political party cajoled the executive committee and pay everybody to remove or suspend or expel the standard bearer and other party hierarchies.
The executive committee comprised of 31 individuals, and Musa Bete just have 10. So what happened to the balance 21? Are we saying here that he had the executive committee endorsement in suspending those key political actors?
That is a ridiculous aspect of the not only ridiculous per se, but also corrupt aspect. You know, many people in Liberia feel money or resources that is not for you when you take it is corruption. It is not, corruption is not only limited or restricted to taking away resources that is not intended for you. But when you use your power to manipulate the system, you manipulate everybody and get your will done, it's also corruption. Musa Belete have managed to use his little bit of money to cajole almost anybody he can get along inside the Liberty Party to sit down and take kangaroo decision. But you know why? I believe Nyombli, the political leader, Abraham Darrow and the rest of the guys that have decided to sit there and allow Musa Belete to run the show and to call the shot. Because if the Constitution, whether the 2005 Constitution, 2015, 2021 Constitution, if there is a constitutional provision that calls for 31 executive committee members, the quorum must be established by majority of the people of that number. If there were no quorum present in terms of the majority of that number, there is no decision. How can they allow Musa Belete to continue to call the shot? Is it because the current Liberty Party headquarters was purchased by him. Is it because of that? I don't know. But the party is not the headquarters itself. If nobody there, that headquarters will just be a vacuum, empty vacuum. If the building is for Musa Belede, the best thing your bleeding can do is to get back in there and recalibrate to get the Liberty Party back on par with other political parties.
You know,
but hold a minute. For example, no disrespect, okay? Who in Liberia, political history, that could say we expel Eddie Johnson from the Unity Party, or suspend her, or suspend Charles Taylor from the MPP, even though Cyril Allen was very powerful, but it didn't even reach to that level. If Bronskin was living today, Councillor Charles Walker Bronskin, and Musa Belede was chair for the Liberty Party, do you think that Musa Belede could really dream about suspending Councillor Charles Walker Bronskin, the founder and the owner of the Liberty Party? Is it because Nyombli is a woman? Is that why he's taking that kind of decision, manipulating everybody? Or is it because he got a little bit of money? I don't understand. I don't understand. But the majority of the people of Liberty Party need to rescue their party, or Musa Belede is ready to sell it to ABC. I think that's how I see it. It's all about political manipulation for power.
You know, for me, I'm looking at it from different perspectives. I look at it from the perspective of Steve Zago. You know, Steve Zago said was suspended, but if we are to look at it legally, Steve Zago was not to be removed. When does a political party call for should I say emergency, or should we say, you know, convention, a special convention? When does the political party call for special conventions? When?
I think every political party should have their own specific constitutional provision that call for special convention. I could guess if there's a disarray in a political party and everybody going help to scatter intense leadership.
Yeah, but at this time, still Zago was a Liberty Party chairperson, and the party was peaceful. But still Zago, because still Zago came out publicly to say he will support his kinsman, that what made Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to wake up, to call. She acted like she was going in Grand Bassa County for a burial, but Ellen Johnson Sirleaf actually went in Grand Bassa County to meet with Abraham Darrows, you know, and Dalov Nyomli. They had a meeting right in Nyomli living room. After that, ADD put out that pictures. Then we started to smell something. Then when they came from Buchanan, they went again back to Buchanan. They went there, they said that they want to call for special convention. Who is Steve Zago for him to say no? The party standard bureau is mandating you for you guys to go for special elections. That means that their plan was actually changed. Now, the party LP says, Constitution says that 6 years as party chairman. So for them to remove Musa Hassan Belede, they must go back as for the special convention again. So you get my point? So it is the goal. It is the goal of Steve Zago seeing them so. It is the goal of Steve Zago seeing them so. Well, let's leave that. Let us discuss.
But you listen to ADD yesterday on OKFM.
Yeah, let me play that clip for you.
Okay.
Quick to apologize. You know, and I'm not going to shy away from it.
Genesis chapter 1, God created heaven and earth, and he looked down upon his creation and he said it was good. It pleased God. He looked at his creation, he said it was good. Genesis chapter 6, 5 chapters in between, God looked down on the earth and saw the wickedness of man. Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, it says God could regret it. Why he made man? God.
Genesis chapter 6, verse
Genesis
6.
chapter 6.
I'll go there.
Verse 6, please go there.
Let's go, be talking.
God Almighty, who knows everything in the future, created the heaven and earth and all that is in it, and he looked on his creation, he said it was good. 5 chapters after Genesis chapter 1, Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, God looked down upon
Genesis chapter 6, verse 6.
Yeah.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
You see here? God, who is God, know everything, the future, everything, got control of everything, can regret why he made man.
You say that to me, what?
Today, I directly did not regret why I did not make any move to prevent Musa ability from leading Liberty Party. I thought
that was it, but it's late. It is late. You know, you are saying it now that it is late. It is late. It is late. For Musa, for them to do anything right now, for them to remove Musa Bete, that rock, it contains rock to remove Musa Bete right now. Let us dive into this clip that I was just showing of Mary Bro. Let me show this clip once more.
Mary Bro, they're saying the Capitol building.
That was the clip from Mary Bro. And Jefferson Tamakoji went in the house. While indeed Mary Bro was demonstrating, Jefferson Tamakoji went in the house. He went to go apologize. But he apologized on behalf of somebody. The person is still standing there doing the same thing. What you have to say?
Contradiction. But in the first place, AB, I mean, I don't understand what is going on in Liberia. I'm not too sure Mary Bro is actually normal. I'm not too sure. The only difference between Mary Bro and people that got some mental health knows is that we still see her in the arena of the government in Liberia. A retired New Yorker. Mary Bro spent over 32 years in New York, could not even do what she's doing. And Ellen took her to Liberia. So how can you have a sitting mayor that was not elected, appointed by George Weah, appoint another sitting mayor to do his job? So now this is the thing. Liberian people, we don't like the truth. We don't tell the truth, and we don't accept the truth. Many of us, okay? The European ambassador said Monrovia was the most dirtiest capital he ever been to. Politicians grabbed it and ran with it, especially CDC politicians. Now Mary Bro said the Capitol building is dirty. I don't know whether Mary Bro appointment as city mayor number 2 for Monrovia in terms of reference or TOR include cleaning the Capitol building. I don't know about that. But if the European ambassador, okay, that they collect money from their taxpayer, we also benefit from it. It goes straight to Monrovia Waste Management Program. If that person said it and we took it into, planet, different planet, maybe on Jupiter, now the man came by diplomatically and apologized that he went too far, okay? But that's the reality of it. Now we got 2 city mayors now for 1 city. It's still not working.
No, but I don't want for you to say 2 city mayor.
But why you want me to say? Because both of them doing the same job at the same time. She's the GSA Director General.
No, but both of them not doing the same job. So Melbrook is doing the job that Jeff's supposed to be doing.
But Jeff is getting paid. AB Jeff is still getting paid. Jeff is still carrying the title.
They hire Melbrook for this. This something what they say that they having the diaspora and Liberian.
Bar Satana, leave that thing. That thing gonna work. They want to find way to steal money again. They want to find way to steal money. What kind of city or what kind of country you going to be seeing people getting missing, then people going to leave from this country to go there? To go celebrate what? So you want to tell me we will continue to fund committee to clean the city of Monrovia? You know what? The city corporation got so many departments. They get planning department, they get project department, they get administrative department, they get this department. What is the strategies that the new city mayor brought into play to get the job done? To get the job done. If he don't have the knowledge to do it, he need to get people to do his job. But for me, a committee to take Mary Bro and put her there is not going to solve this problem. So let's even assume that they brought in Mary Bro to leave a GSA Director General job to clean the city. After the program, then what happened? So we'll go back to square one, right? Is that what we say?
Yeah, that's how it show like.
So I don't understand it. Why are you going to have two city mayors doing one job? You paying the other one, and the other one getting paid from GSA, and still getting paid for the job that they are doing. That's another corruption that the American people are talking about. That's another corruption right there. Abuse of public resources.
Mm-hmm. For the point, Mildred was called to the national legislature. That's the reason why she demonstrated all of this. Because someone called Mildred. Someone called Mildred from the national legislature. They told her, they said, when you come here, you will go to prison. So if I was you, you should not step inside here today. So that how come Mary Brown managed to dress like she's going to go meet the country devil? And because of her maltreatment of a civilian, that was Solomon George, who is the sedition, filed a complaint, and the host decided to call her. For her to come to give her TOR. What is her TOR? I pretty much agree with you that Madam Mary Ross, something kind of screw is not tightening up there.
But AB, let me tell you something. The kind of nasty political work in Liberia is just not necessary for us. That country is going to continue to be the way it is until we can change our mindset and the way we do things. We need to talk what we do, and we need to do what we talk. Let me tell you something. The same kind of political leverage that Mary Brown had doing Ellen regime, it is the same political leverage now that have transferred over to George Weah regime. Mm-hmm. The House is not a serious Congress. They're not serious people. Just imagine, Buffer Chamber, the speaker, the so-called speaker of our House, is Jelle Musa Belete of the Liberty Party. Mm-hmm. And they don't care. Since Buffer Chamber took over as Speaker of the House, where's the progress they have made? What do they do in the House? They ain't doing nothing. They go and just make noise. Anything Josh Weah said, that's what he does. Since Musa Belete took over Liberty Party, that is the same thing. Confusion. Under normal situation, they will not succeed being there. So they always got to divide people. They always got to take the Liberian people money. That's why when I saw that budget line for Speaker office, I said, well, what they may do with all this money here for his office? Well, we can use that money to help those boys we call Zogo today. Why? So Mary Bro, and not even going to take this serious, and I dare them. Then I call Mary Bro over there. Even if Mary Bro went over there, will not go to jail. You know what? Joseph Melissa will take her there. As long as Joseph Melissa take her there, she will not go to jail. Because the same leverage Mary Bro had with Ellie Johnson study, that the same leverage she got right now. Because why? She is doing sedition's job. And they are using her as a what? Damaged political control. That is what Mary Bro is right now. You can remember before today, former President Ellie Johnson said he went to City Hall unannounced to visit Jeff Koji.
Yeah, I remember.
When the journalist asked her when she came out to enter her vehicle, she said to journalist she went there to advise or to let Jeff Koji know that her office was open to help out. That's it, to clean the city. And right after that, in few hours, few days, we saw Mary Bro cleaning the street, whipping people, going to people, Kobo shop, breaking it down. You see that? Now, you see the whole political calculation. This is a lady who was sitting president. They prepared her casket, Jefferson Koji, Moba Maru, and the rest of the guys. And they use, I don't want to, even call it on this platform. Okay? Now, Jefferson Koji now become the former president baby, that my grandson. You see that? So this is a perfect political calculation. All of those people from Ellen government that Ellen told George we are to keep them on, all of them on. All of them are on, beside the former police director that, actually resigned. Because they're talking from the police force and saying to, how they call it, bureau, concession bureau. Former police director or IG, Gregory Comer. I think you can remember, right?
Yeah, Gregory Comer came here for study or to Harvard.
Yeah, so Gregory Comer, Mary Bro, Vanny said he was assistant minister, right? He was project coordinator when Mary Bro left the executive mansion. He took that position. Later on became assistant minister.
No.
And at the Ministry of Internal Affairs and later deputy. But John William made him minister proper. Can you imagine?
No, he was. Vanny Selly was minister proper during Ellen Johnson Selly.
No, he was deputy minister.
No, he
Check
was.
it out.
Oh, yeah.
He was deputy minister. That John William made a man minister. Then Eugene. Eugene Nangbe, right? You see Eugene Nangbe? There are other people in there, but those are the people I remember vividly. But the thing here is, why we not putting the country first? Why? Everything in Liberia is all about individual political interests. What we can do to keep going. It's not really about making the country better or for the interests of the people. Oh, there you go. We see it mostly in Monrovia County, number one. Number 2, Nimba. Number 3, Bon. Those are the 3 counties.
Okay.
If we were to add 2 more there, we say Grand Bassa County and Lofa County.
Okay. I was really, my eye could not believe what I saw today. I saw the letter from the U.S. government indicting, and not say accusing. There's a difference between accusing and indicting. I saw a letter indicting Prince Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So, what came to your mind? If you saw that letter, what came to your mind?
My brother, if you can give me a few seconds, I would like to read the
letter.
The letter, not all, but the one that they specifically pointing to Liberia with a specific individual name mentioned. Prince Wa Johnson. I actually went online on the State Department website and downloaded it. This is it. So, my people, for you guys to know, I want to read this few paragraphs, and then after that, I can say my own, the way I look at it. All right, let me go with it. The U.S. mission in Liberia has long reported on the pervasiveness of corruption within the government of Liberia, including in the annual Human Rights Report. Organizations such as Transparency International also score Liberia very poorly in terms of corruption. But more than that, Liberian government officials and citizens themselves regularly report on corrupt government activity that reach across all sectors of governance and the country. No government is free from corruption, but no government can improve a democracy without simultaneously attacking corruption, and that effort must start at the very top, both in word and in deed. We said it the last time. This change, this mindset must start from the top, not from the bottom. On this International Anti-Corruption Day, we call on all three branches of the government of Liberia to acknowledge that public officials should not receive financial benefit from their position other than salary, and should take all necessary measures to stand up to the corruption that continue to erode the trust between the government and its people. Corruption in Liberia. Prince Yomi Johnson. Prince Yomi Johnson is a former warlord and current member of Liberian Senate. He is the former chair of the Senate Committee on National Security, Defense, Intelligence, and Veteran Affairs. In 1990, he was responsible for the murders of former Liberian President Samuel Doe, and Johnson is named in Liberia's Truth and Reconciliation Report as having committed atrocities during the country's first civil war. Let's go to the third paragraph. As a senator, Johnson has been involved in pay-for-play funding with government ministries and organizations for personal enrichment. As part of the scheme, upon receiving funding from the government of Liberia, GOL, they involve government ministries and organizations louder a portion of the funding for return to the The pay-for-play funding scheme involves millions of US dollars. Johnson has also offered the sales of votes in multiple Liberian elections in exchange for money. Johnson is designated pursuant to EO 1381-8 for being a foreign person who is a current or former government official, or a acting for or on behalf of such official who is responsible for or complicit in, or has directly or indirectly engaged in corruption, including the misappropriations of state assets, the exploitations of private assets for personal gain, corruption related to government contracts, or the extractions of natural resources, or bribery. So the United States government, through the Department of the Treasury, has designated Senator Prince Johnson as person of interest in terms of fighting corruption. And you know, America can do everything based on target. Today is actually International Anti-Corruption Day, and they push him out. But this is my own take. I think this thing is long overdue.
You think so?
America need to start acting like the French government or the British government.
You think for America to act right now, you think it's long overdue?
I think so. You know why, AB? The corruption building that not today started. Okay. Prince Johnson took money from 2 to 3 successive elections. 2005, 2011 and 2017. And because of the psychology involved with the issue of Prince Johnson in Denver County, the people have been traumatized and emotionally, disturbed. When he say it, everybody give it to him. Whatever he says. Now, that is one. The sanction and the press release talk about from top to bottom. Okay? What about the leader of our government? George Monrovia. America needs to be serious than it is right now. You cannot take hold of office, AB, in less than 72 hours or in less than 90 days and own properties that you never owned for your 19 years career. This is troubling. And this is the fundamental reasons why Nathaniel McGade Institute, they're doing their own. Bill Traore at the Freeport of Monrovia is doing his own. This guy that opened a cell on Spoon FM say you can be in government and say run private business and get government contract. It's not conflict of interest. Samurai Wolokoli. Okay? Because there is no leadership from the top. Leading by example. For those of us that did public policy. You gotta lead by example, my brother. So America need to go in there and grab these people. And grab their headache. But now, all these people must be sanctioned, not just Prince Johnson. Maybe they are coming away because they never joined to conclusion. The fact that we're able to get this today, I'm very positive. A lot of heads will roll. And they need to enter the executive and the judiciary. You know why, AB? Majority of these people, their children live here. They come here to go to the clinic or to go to the hospital to seek medical treatment. We already know there are certain one of them now already coming with no sanction. There is no sanction at all on the foreign minister. There is no sanction that we are aware of or travel restriction we are aware of on George Weah. But George Weah himself refused to come.
But the foreign minister himself, he know that there is a case pending. I've seen him arrive here, they were arrested. He know there's a rape case against him. Now, you are saying that this communication is long overdue. I don't see it like that.
How do you see it?
You remember the Libyan president?
I remember.
How they call him?
I followed that case.
How they call him? Mohammed Gaddafi.
Yeah, Colonel Mohammed Gaddafi, the late.
Colonel Gaddafi sat down with group of leaders, group of world leaders, including Barack Obama. But when America get ready, when your knee is in a black book, I don't care who can be president. Did you saw the former president of the United States taking picture with our president? Did you see that, right?
I saw just we taking picture of our president, yeah.
You also saw the current president of the United States agree to take picture with our president, right?
Of course, that is something easy.
Okay, so that is to tell you that no matter how it is, that our president will not be able to easily visit the White House because his knee is in a black book. They can meet outside of the United States, they can take pictures, they can talk, all what they can talk. But when it comes to that black book, what is laying that on the decks of the president of the United States, I don't care who you can be. That is the reason Prince Johnson has found his name in a black book. George Monrovia's name is in a black book. Should I go on to names, other people whose names reflect on a black book? This section here that they just released today. Rest assured, the United States that lot of hair will roll.
But in addition to this, right? That's something I saw here on Plenty they coming after them. You know, this video, sponsor been in, inviting, financial and, fiscal expert. The money the Minister of Health is collecting, representing government of Liberia, from the airport,
yeah.
From the airport, 75 in, 75 out. Somebody said they have reduced it to $50 now. You know? But let's just hold it constant. It's 75 in and 75 out. It's 50 in and 50 out. That's $100 if you visit Liberia. You live in, that's what you pay. It is not reflected in the current budget, proposed budget for 2022. It is not there. So the question here is, one of the deputy ministers, Samura Wolokoli, said he could not answer that question because they do not know how long the collection of that money will keep going. Whether you all know how long it will go, how long it will not go, whatever you get in, you need to indicate it there. This is just simple financial management. Listen to what America is saying. America, in this particular press release, they said COVID-19 related procurement. Any country you fall down inside that one, they're coming after you. And you know why? Liberia going to fall down inside. Because if you're taking the Liberian people money, foreign visitors to our country money, and then America take their vaccine and give it to you free, and you use that money for yourself to go build homes, and then you send the banner one to America or different countries, they're coming after you. You cannot take taxpayer money, COVID vaccine from America or from Europe or from England, and you collect money from us, then you keep it in your pocket. That health minister must be careful. Wilhelmina Jara, she should be careful. America said they're coming for it. They're coming for that too. They put it here. They didn't even have it. Yeah. They got it yet. They got it yet. They said they're coming for that too.
You know, before we open our phone line, let me be able to say on a Friday, we are planning to have a program on a Friday wherein we'll be able to take a female co-host to us. I just wanted to put this out there. I've talk about Hawa Mensah. Hawa Mensah, she is pretty much involved in the female rights of Liberia and Liberians. She has been advocating for this long time. So I believe that this platform could be a platform that could be able for her to come and be able to contribute to the greatness of our country. Because when they talk about the death, when they talk about the death of children, when they talk about rape cases, Hawa Mensah have been deeply involved. The woman have gone into her own account. She has spent her own money. She have solicited funds, and for other donors, for her to even been able to pay some of those children school fees. And currently, there are some of them that Hawa is spending her money to send them to school. So we believe that on Friday that we discuss a female issues like the diplomat daughter that was just got raped. I mean, those are issues that Hawa is interested in. Those are issues that have arrived on our radar, that we strongly believe that we can be able to add our voice, that there's not only females, there are some males that have been sodomized. So we want to take the time to extend our invitation to Hawa Mensah publicly. I don't want to do this behind closed door. I want to do this publicly, to extend our invitation to Hawa Mensah so she can be able to join us every Friday. That is coming Friday, but tomorrow will not be. But the following Friday, at least for Hawa to be able to join us, so we can be able to discuss how best that we think we can be able to contribute to the growth and development of our country. So that what I just thought it wise to put it out there for our audience to know. We actually need 2 females, but Hawa Meza name have been singing in my ear. I even sent her text today to discuss. Say, oh, but something came to me, told me that, why don't you discuss it on the platform tonight? Make it public so that other females would get to know what are your interests. Because I don't want to be the one, going into people's inboxes, telling them stuff. I want to come here publicly to extend our invitation to Hawa Meza. If another female can be able to join us, that would be great. That will be on Friday. We'll be discussing female issues here on Friday. So that's what I have to say. You can keep your call coming on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. What you have to say concerning what I just said, my brother?
I think that would be the good idea actually for us to have a female co-host to join us so that we can also adhere to the issue of popular demands, inclusive conversation, so that we don't just have 2 guys just keep on talking. I think that will even increase the flavors of our talk show. That's commendable on your part. But before we go further, AB, let me just adjourn over 3 paragraphs, 1, 2, and 3. But that's just small thing I want to say about that. At the end of paragraph 1 of the Anti-Corruption Day today, the U.S. government is saying their action today, the government action today towards anti-corruption.
You have to lower your receiver. In order for us to take you here, you have to lower your receiver, please.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Hold on. Francis is saying something. After that, then I'll come to you.
Yeah. The government action against Prince White Johnson, Nema County Senator in Liberia, is just a small part of the bigger effort. That's the end of paragraph number 1. So, hopefully, this time around, America will not sit on the fence and continue sending money to our country through USAID and other development organizations. This time, they necessarily need to get in there and fishing for those people that continue to take public money to put it in their pocket.
Okay. Carter, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
My name is James David, calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me start with the Liberty Party. I listened to what her name, Ray Power, tonight on Focus on Liberia. She was saying since she took power in January, she didn't get no financial record on Liberty Party. So I don't know, as a financial person, do you audit the past people? It's because you said she didn't get no financial record. So how credibility you are? You can't get no financial record of the past. So you only starting your financial something they say you took power. So what happened to the past people? You know whether some people pay up to 3 years, you know whether some people pay up to 1 year? She can't give you no financial statement. And now they're saying they're expecting other people. And the other lady, which is the Yombi Kanga, she has been contributing how many thousands of dollars to the party? Is this not part of her of Monday, something she's giving? Is she giving that money free to the party? So we got to look at that one. She's not looking at that one too. And the second thing is that you look at the Liberty Party constitution, it said that the executive committee comprises of 32 members.
No, 31.
31 members. Okay, 10 new members were appointed by the political leader, and they are not taking a seat yet. And 13 said they're not going to secretary for the program. So how many people came on with something to expel those people? So you look at 13 plus 10 that don't take position yet, they equal to what? 23. So out of 23, so how many people make the decision? So you got to look at that one too. So if you go ahead, you look at it too, for the chairman to expel a political leader who is contributing 1,500 towards this party making the highest contribution is very what they call, according to the constitution, if you don't pay your due, you can't take part in anything in the Liberty Party. What happened to the hotel? The hotel in Habel, what happened to them? Why Yomli Kanga then? Why she was sharing the committee? Why she was sharing them? Why they allow her to take part in the procedure? Why they let they don't take part in the procedure and they knew they don't want to expel? All those ones gotta come out. So I believe from my political point, I think they're playing game. Because if you say your constitution say if you don't pay your due, you can't take part in anything, they should not take part in the hotel program. Even January, you take part in January, say you only can happen from January to December, then why you only can what they call over your election to in Banga? Why she took?
But which of the constitution are we talking about here?
They say both of the constitution and the Liberty Party, whether like 2015, whether like 2021.
No, but the 2021, Musa Bete said that he is added on the 2021 constitution.
Well, I know the 2021 constitution, they should not take part. They should not take part in since they didn't pay that. They didn't pay that.
No, the 2021 constitution were recalled by the political leader when they went to go meet at the Farmathon. That constitution.
Yeah, but even the due payment, it was recalled. They should not take part in the 2021. They should not take part in the Farmathon problem because they never pay a due according to the constitution. They should not take part. Now go to the you right in Minnesota, the base travel right there collecting CTNC 350 per container leaving and coming. And the free port of Liberia. That the money we pay, we like a ship to Liberia, we pay $350 as well. Continue tracking normal fees. If you don't pay that continue tracking normal fees, they don't get you no bill or lending, they don't get you nothing. They don't get you no information, you gotta pay that $350 first. You don't pay, you don't get no information. The shipping are not going to get a bill of lading. Okay. And you're not going to pay no government revenue. So you're continuing going to be at the port going into storage until you pay that continual tracking number, which our fee is collected by base travel and order at the port. You got to pay that money. It go in an account. They give you the receipt for it before you go pay your duties to LRA.
Okay.
So these are some of the corruption they are talking about. And you look at the budget. Look at education, stationary. Look at the Minister of State stationary. Minister of Education again, bring the school owner me there. That budget, I think I'm gonna find out $7,000 for stationary. Minister of State, if $500 some more $1,000. Look at that budget.
It's a shame. But I want to say, all right, agriculture budget is about 1.7% of the budget. Agriculture.
They get both electricity on 35,000 and the other one, I don't know how many. Minister of Foreign Affairs, I don't know that budget for electricity. Two of them using the same generator, same bill. Is that corruption there? Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, Abby, let me just say something quick about the Liberty Party story. According to Daniel, one of the guys at the spell, right?
Daniel Sando.
Daniel Sando said, Liberty Party constitution talk about due. It is true. But there is no history of suspending or expelling anybody for that matter. In addition to that, when they go to convention and you want position or to attend convention, everyone is asked to pay from whatever you owe to bring it current. According to him, he paid his bill. Everybody that ran, they pay their bills. They pay their dues. In addition to that, it was also confirmed that Nyobli Kanga is the one beside Musa Belede make the highest contribution. Okay? But again, Musa Belede is playing this double standard game. That's how I look at it. All that political maneuvering Musa Belede been doing, when Liberty Party elders, according to media report, decided that they're going to have some kind of late conversation at Farmathon Hotel in Monrovia, he used that opportunity to go and act like they were having honeymoons and drinking coffee. When they got out of that particular, it was kind of like peace part, but then he went and use his pen and suspended all of them. So you ain't see nothing yet. So that's what Daniel Sando said. They all thought it was the beginning of solving the Liberty Party problems. He said they've been having issues, even during Bronski time, but they have managed well to stay in there. But the other chairman believe in division because a Liberty Party holds together, then it means he will not succeed.
Let me announce the number again once more. The number to call is 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call here tonight. 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Musa Hassan Berete, the mayor is calculative.
Very calculative.
The brother know for the word that the convention is coming. You listen to the SG statement this morning on 50-50 show.
No.
That he hope that the United Party will subscribe to the letter sent to United Party. That he hope that United Party will subscribe to the letter sent to United Party. All they are doing is that they don't want for the other black that is supporting JMB for them to participate in the primary of the CPP. That is what, but we have a caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yes, my name is Amos. I'm calling from Delaware.
Go ahead, bro, Amos.
I just need some education from you guys tonight. You guys are young people. My question to you here is that, one question actually. From what we've heard about this Liberty Party thing, everything that was done, it was according to the Constitution, both the old Constitution, which is the 2015 Constitution, as well as the 2021 Constitution. Both constitutions have clauses in them that clearly stipulated that, stipulates that, both they have clauses that clearly stipulate that if you are an official and you do not pay your dues, you are suspended for 3 months. But within the 3 months, anytime you come and meet up with the obligations, the suspension is lifted. But if you do not, after the 3 months, you are expelled.
Okay,
so
okay. Then I want to ask you. The due payment that Daniel Sando was talking about, that when they go for conventions, all those are contesting that due payment have been looked at. And if you are not in good book with the party, they ask you that you pay your due before you can be able to contest.
Okay.
So Daniel Sando, who is currently on our suspension list, he paid his due.
Okay.
Up to December 2021, according to him.
Up to December 2021.
No, you got it all wrong, brother.
That's what he said.
The convention was held in January of this year.
Okay, so you have to pay.
He said he paid his due.
You have to pay. You have to pay 1 year of your due payment. So he paid for January. He paid for January to December because he holding on to the office.
Abraham, you're getting the facts all twisted.
Okay.
my brother, let's leave politics aside.
No, but this is not politics.
I'm not a member of any. To tell you the truth, I'm not a member of any political party. I have no interest. I just like I just like to listen to people, and then I give you. Daniel Sando said that he was asked to do a retroactive payment, and a retroactive payment means he was owing behind, and then he made back payment for what he was owing. So what happens here is that when they go to convention, they ask you, "Oh, man, you owe him," but then you can't aspire to become so. You gotta pay whatever you owe. So they paid, but Daniel Sando claimed that he paid up to December. Who did he pay the money to? He called somebody's name. The person came out and said, "No, you did not pay up to December. You paid what you were owing." But Daniel Sando, he didn't say contract. He said, he said made retroactive payment. But let's forget about Daniel Sando. Let's talk about the rest. Your co-host mentioned that, I want to know what really is wrong. I want to hear from your co-host What is wrong with somebody? No, forget about politics. I know all of that. No, trust me, Eddie, I agree with you. Both sides are playing politics. All right? There's no doubt. But the problem we have in our country here is that we don't follow rules, we don't pay dues, we don't even taxes for Liberian men to pay taxes.
So are you telling me, which of the political party in our country has suspended their party standard bearer? Tell me.
Eddie, it doesn't mean that if other parties are not doing it, you cannot do it. You know, in this country, if you belong to
it does not make sense, though. That does not make sense at all.
Eddie, I beg you, don't be emotional, my brother. You know.
No, I'm not emotional. But I'm just saying that does not make sense because
he said he want to hear from me. If he gave it, tell him hear from me, please.
Was it legal? That's my question to you. Was it legal?
It was not legal.
Why?
Because the constitution that Musa Bete is relying upon, that constitution was recalled.
Eddie, both constitutions state the same thing about the Jews. The one that the Senate bearer is relying on, the 2015 constitution climate says the same thing. Those clauses will never change.
I strongly believe that because of the CP convention is coming, and all of those people that the men suspended, all of them support the JMB.
But Eddie, let's establish this.
So it was on the same. So the people that are supporting, ANC, he never suspended that. Because
Eddie, hold on now, my brother. You know, I was enjoying this, but now you're trying to let's agree on facts. So if the 2015 Constitution stated that people should be, suspended for not paying dues, that means.
And now I talk about suspension.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. So if you read it tomorrow now, because today I want to show you, you can't read it right now. If you read it tomorrow, and then the Constitution clearly said that the old Constitution that other people are depending on, clearly states that yes, you do payment if you don't.
What are coming to you?
They said you were wrong. Will you do that?
Repeat that one more time.
Okay, if you go tomorrow, I'm challenging you to go through the old Constitution that Mrs. Kanga, Lawrence, and other people are depending on. If you read that tomorrow, or when you read that tomorrow, and you see there, or if you want me to send it to you, I will send it to you.
Yeah, send it to
where
me.
You will see. Oh, okay, I may not be able to send it to you right now because I'm basic. But if you don't find it tomorrow, by all means, I will try to send it to you. But if you read it, or when you read it, and you see clearly that it's stated there that look, if you don't pay dues, you are suspended for 3 months until you can pay your dues. When you see it in there, will you come up on your show and acknowledge that you are wrong?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. I agree. Okay, so that's one fact. So, but just to tell you the truth, both constitutions say the same thing, Eddie. The problem that we have in our country here is people don't enforce rules. So if one party is taking those actions, we should not blame that. Now, I agree with you. It's politics on both sides, Eddie.
Yeah, but this is a political leader for going everything. This woman
So
contribute. The woman contribute that to the woman have contribute.
Eddie.
Okay.
She should be the one to even set the example in this.
But she has set the example.
Can you say that Can you say that you are a head of an organization and you cannot meet the requirements of the organization? Is it because I'm the head, so I can't take action?
No, because Nyamli Kanga said on the radio that she had been contributing. She had been contributing thousands of dollars to the party.
Eddie, let me ask you this.
All right.
Let me ask you this question. All right. Are you a member of any organization here? Whatever organization, are you a member of any organization?
I'm a member of SU.
Oh, okay. If they were to call a meeting, you went to that meeting, or maybe there's some extra services. Maybe you carry tea, you carry bread, for your members, you help people. But at the same time, you have dues to pay. Let's say, for instance, I don't know whether you go to church or you go to the mosque, whatever it is. All right. So, but the people that go to church, for some churches, you have what they call tithes, and they have what they call offering. So, if you pay offering, I don't know, were you familiar with churches?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Okay, that's what they do. So, if you pay offering, can you come and claim and say, oh, you know what? Because offering, The people that go to the churches again, sometimes they spend thousands of dollars on offering. Just give it. Can you come and claim and say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I paid. Oh, the last time I gave $10,000 as offering, so that's my due. That's my tithe.
No,
I mean, that was
offering is
surprising.
different. Offering is different from tithe.
Yeah, two different things, right? So let me tell you this, Andy. I am part of organizations. When I go to an organization, I do extra stuff. Could you imagine that you will even charge your organization for the time because you're supposed to go to work instead of you going to work, you going to a meeting? Why not you charge all of that against the organization? Oh yeah, the amount of dues they are paid. No,
okay.
It doesn't work that way, Andy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, okay. So
thank you. Okoro, what is the name? Maurice Gassama.
Yes, sir. Ebi, how you doing, man?
I'm doing quite okay, and you?
Man. Yo. Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for the show, man. Yeah, let me just make it very quick because I'm driving. On the Liberty Party issue, right, Ebi?
Yes.
You see, for me, the issue is not about whether the chairman got the right to suspend the people. The point is that the procedure. I'm not sure, and these are the questions that I expected the Spoon TV guys to have asked. I'm not sure the Liberty Party constitution say when people not paid you, just come up rally and suspend them.
And suspend them, what I want it, my brother, what I want it.
Yeah, exactly. I think suspension should be the last option. But sometimes when people want to use politics against you, they want to get at you, they don't care, they don't follow procedure. These are the things. Even if Mr. Belated are down there, if the Liberty Party people say they want him, they have the right to remove him, but there should be a process, a procedure that they should follow to remove him. You can't just wake up one morning and say because people not paid you, they suspend them. No, there should be a process. If that's what the Liberty Party constitution say when people not paid you, the next morning just suspend them, then I don't know what type of constitution law is that. And the second thing is that how many more the quorum, the people that decide to how many percent, because I know that there are 31 percent. How many percent decide to vote against?
31%. So at least 15, 16, or 17, I think so.
Exactly. So these are the questions about everybody somebody will come on the show, we're not playing politics, but they don't want to answer to these key questions that people need to know. I mean, you can suspend anybody, but there should be process, there should be procedure. Was there any verbal warning? Was there any written warning? Anyway, thanks, man. Let me continue.
There was no due process.
I'll follow you guys.
Okay. You want keep your call coming on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number that we have here for you to call, 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Go ahead.
They call it like, I kind of a little bit partially agree with him, but there is no country, no organization without a tradition.
Yeah, D-Flow, you want to call.
Yeah.
You want
so,
to call.
What I say about that is the Liberian Constitution talk about due process of law and equal protection under the law. And there's a specific chapter there or article, I'm not looking at it right now and I can't quote it exactly. Any organization or group of people, including the one we call Susu Club, that contradict any provision of the 1986 Constitution, Republic of Liberia, is not involved. If for any reason Liberty Party Constitution talk about suspending people outright because they didn't pay their due, without even telling them that they didn't pay, maybe they could pay, then nobody will deal with it because it is in contradiction of the Liberian Constitution. There's another thing there that those suspended partisans of the Liberty Party could go to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court will look at it. Okay. Another thing I kind of like, Daniel Sando said not only that he paid retroactively, it's a retroactive payment with just the tradition of the party. If you want to run for position, you got to pay everything you owe But according to Daniel Sando, I listened to him and spoon talk people asking continuously. He said beside the retroactive payment, he was current up to December 2021. That's why he said on Spoon Talk.
Okay.
Then there's a guy there, I think.
Francis, allow hold you there. Allow bring in our Carter. Carter, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Smith, and I'm calling from Boston, Massachusetts.
Go ahead, sir.
Abby, here's the thing. You know, the people know, the ANC know the politics that is being played within the Liberty Party. Who told you that they don't know? Let me say this to you.
You think the ANC know?
Yes, they are fully aware. Musa Bedete said he suspended the Liberty political leader for 18 months on due payment. Okay. When was the... Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So when was the election held?
Carter, coming to you just hold on.
January 2021.
December election, it was just recent, it was just
January 2021.
Thank you. So you suspending people for non-due payment for 18 months. Do your math, AB. Let's do your math. Okay. Within every organization, before you start to suspend anybody, even in America, your own car insurance, or before they can repossess anything that you accredited from them, you refuse to pay, they can notify you. Is it not it?
Yeah, you are correct.
They will notify you. So if Musa Bedete claiming that these people, these 17 people that he suspended, and these people that he suspended, they are members of this particular committee that is responsible to suspend people with non-due payment. This committee is comprises of 31 persons. 31 minus 17. 17 of those people were suspended. It's 14. Did the 14 meet any quorum?
No.
So then what we talking here? People know the politics that is being played, and I can assure you.
But how sure us that ANC is member of that decision? It is the Liberty Party decision. It is not our ANC. It's not ANC decision. So why should we blame ANC at this point?
Let me just tell you today, because Musa Bedete is being manipulated by the ANC to do these things, because Darius DeLong told you earlier that he linked with JMB. You remember that?
Yes.
He said that before. That becomes serious problem with the ANC folks. Nyombi Kanga definitely linked to JMB. And there are a lot of folks within the Liberty Party that are linked with JMB. And Musa Bedete and the rest of the people, they link with Alexander Cummings. But Alexander
they are all business people.
Musa Bedete know that these two folks, when they say they're on the other side, they are political weight. Musa Bedete knows that. Those two people in the party, they are political weight. And the ANC folks can attest to that. They know.
Not just two people. The former speaker of the former deputy speaker, Hem Bachu. No. Hem Bachu.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Hans.
Hans Bachu was suspended too.
Those people, they are political weight.
Steve Zaka was suspended?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, so 31 member committee, 17 suspended, 14 suspended those 17.
So 10 suspended those 10 suspended those 17 members.
Okay, so just imagine that. Just imagine that.
14 suspended 17. It's so sad.
District 8 representative aspirant. There's no way this man going to be delinquent. But this due payment, it was recent time and was deliberate because of what's going on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's deliberate. Let me just tell you the truth.
Okay.
And not saying that the people refuse to pay, but it's deliberate.
Thank you.
All right.
Carter, what is her name and where are you calling her from? Carter, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Yeah, I'm Musa Kaba calling from Minnesota.
Musa Kaba.
I am Musa Kaba calling from Minnesota to People City.
Yeah. Now you're talking. Go ahead. Musa Kaba, are you listening to me or you listening to your receiver?
I'm listening to you, sir.
But I'm talking to you as asking you for your need. Yes, you listen to something for you to get me. Then before you respond, go ahead, Musa.
Yeah, I got some.
No, we can't continue with you. Sorry, we can't continue with you because.
Hello.
Yeah.
You not clear now?
Yeah, you clear now. Before you went in coma.
Oh no, I'm not in coma. I was just waiting for previous caller to get up.
I just want to elaborate on ask a question on the political leader of the Liberal Party because I listened to her.
Yeah.
When she was making her statement, I really don't have much to say, but my first question will have to do with the due payment and the contribution. So my question is, the due payment and contribution are the same? That's the first thing I want to know.
No.
Because as a leader of a part of an organization, if you're doing something for the organization, that's a goodwill. And if a document was put in place for a member to pay a due, whether you are a leader or you are a floor member, that's your responsibility to pay your due. Like for example, if I'm part of a soccer team and we got to pay a due of $10 for every practice, and I should make sure to carry that $10 for every practice session. And then when I go on practice ground and give $100 or $200 towards something or as a contribution to the team, that is not part of my due. That's a goodwill. So I listen to the political leader. She pay money that is more than the due payment. I think in my own mind, I consider that to be a goodwill to the organization. So that's why I just called to know the difference between the two things, the due payment and the contribution, because she said, I listened to her. She said she always making a huge contribution more than any other person on our organization. If there's an amount that was taxed to each person to pay as a due, I think that's where the problem coming from. Maybe she has not been paying her due. I understand she's been doing some contribution, but I have not been sending as a due.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Now call Deflo. Deflo, go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead. You're alive.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening to your co-host there and to the rest of the people listening in. It'd be nice to be with you guys again. And I just want to say something. This is D-Flow from Minneapolis. It is interesting how ANC people like to push this conversation when we talk about Benedict Cummings or Musa Hassan Benedict. They make it clearly look like they understand politics than some of us. Some of us we have been in politics for more than a decade. What do you see there happening there? I broke that news that Mr. Benedict was in a business with Alexander Cummings for $5 million. And I challenged ANC to prove me wrong. They have not done that. What you see there, before they suspended A.B. Dillon, I posted a breaking news that we're about to suspend Dillon. The next day they suspended Dillon. I reached out to Senator Yomili Lawrence to Dillon to tell her that you will be suspended down the road. What you see there, A.B., is a clear political witch hunt. Let me give you an example. Ben Semi that sits on Spoon FM is an executive member of Liberty Party. He has not paid a due for almost a year. Ben Semi has not paid a due for almost a year. Why was he not suspended? Because he supports Alexander Benedict Cummings.
What they did there is clearly those who are anti this business between Cummings and Verity. The people who do not want to take the money to give Liberia to Cummings, who can now win an election in Liberia, are the people that they have targeted. This is clear. I have evidence to prove it. I have said this, I have explained this to the political leader of the Liberty Party is clearly aware of this. I explained to her, I told A.B. Darius DeLong what was going to happen. They only suspended them because the convention that they are supposed to go to, the Black-Eye wing, the Youngblades wing in Liberty Party will now vote for Alexander Cummings to be for Liberty Party to give her support to Alexander Cummings because they know that Mr. Cummings cannot win. Mr. Cummings cannot win no election in Liberia. Don't be fooled. Mr. Cummings can spend $20 million. He will never get to the presidency. He has no pathway.
But therefore, let me be a lady blind journalist. Let me ask some blind questions. What does this have to do with Mr. Alexander B. Cummings? What does
the reason why it has something to do with Mr. Cummings? Benete is pushing an agenda of ANC in the Liberty Party.
For you to become vice senator?
No, for Alexander Cummings, for Liberty Party to give her support to Alexander Benedict Cummings in the primary. That is what is happening in Liberty Party. I know it from A to Z. I know the entire thesis.
Yeah, but equally so. So are you telling me that it was Mr. Alexander B. Cummings who told Musa Hassan Brede suspend your memo?
No, it is not like it was Cummings that told him. It was agreed that Musa Berete would do all he can for Liberty Party to support ANC. So it means that Mr. Berete has to do everything to get our support. If AB disagree, AB will be suspended because they don't want AB to be a distraction during the debate, during the convention. That is what they are carrying on. I said this. Invite Abraham Darius, you say, D-Flow told me this. He called me and explained to me. I said it to Abraham Darius, bring up front.
But Abi, can I D-Flow a quick question,
Musa
please?
Hassan will get even with all of them.
Yeah, D-Flow, hold on. Hold on, my co-host want to ask you a question. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, D-Flow, how are you doing today? Is he hearing me?
Yeah, you hearing him?
Yes, I hear you.
No, not me. I'm talking about my co-host. Are you getting Francis?
No, I didn't hear Francis.
Francis,
how are you doing today, D-Flow?
No,
okay, let me just ask my question so you can relay it to him.
Are you getting him right now?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, D-Flow, we got two debates going on right now with reference to this suspension of Liberty Party executive members by their chair, Musa Berete.
Okay. So that means that I will have to relay the questions for him.
Yes, please do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Francis, go ahead.
So, like I was saying, we now have a debate about the Liberty Party executive members' suspension by their chair, Musa Berete. Some of us are saying that has not been the tradition, especially based on our political history in Liberia. Even though some people say Eddie was expelled, but we know what Eddie did anyway. And she was already no longer president when she was expelled. So the argument is tradition and legality. Musa Berete is using the conflict situation at the same time using the constitution to deal with people that don't agree with him. But many people are not reading between the lines. So my question to you, D-Flow, is Why not Nyobli and the rest of the people go into Liberty Party and pay their dues so the suspension can be lifted and deal with the real issue and forget about the due payment?
So you're saying, you're saying, why not Nyomble along with all of her fellow partisans that was suspended? Why not they go to pay their due so that the whole due payment can be behind them, so they can be able to discuss the real issue of the Liberty Party?
My brother, even if all of them pay the due, Mr. Benedict is going to wish on the entire group that is anti this deal between Cummings and Benedict. They can put all
then
the
we
money
can handle it at
UAB,
different level.
Go deliver it to Musa Hassan Benedict. Musa will take the money and come out with something different. I'm telling you.
Then we can be able to handle it at different level. Then
it would never work. It would never work. First of all, the chairman of the party is the one that selects those that go as a delegate. So if they pay the money, Mr. Benedict will not put any of them in a delegate listing. They will not be there. You got to understand that the chairman of the party supposed to work with a political leader for them to select delegates to a convention. It's clear in politics. So Mr. Benedict will not pick Dillon to be there as a candidate, as a delegate there. It will not work. So it is not about the money. It is the game plan that they're going with. That's why no ANC member will call your show and speak true to it, because that's what that guy asked you all the question. What is the rule? Who does this? ANC people always have the audacity to say they are independent. They are not independent. Just be fair. I'm a supporter of Buckeye. I say an opinion when I'm on radio. I don't need to hide it. But why you ANC people always say you're independent? You're stop. You're stop. Some are being politics too long.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Thank you, man, my brother.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah, my brother, your closing statement. Let us be able to wrap this thing up. Yeah.
All right, so I think our country is in a bad book right now. I think with the international community in terms of governance and bad governance and coupled with corruption, lack of leadership. But you know what? We're going to get there. Rome was not built one day. We are doing our contribution. I want to say I think we had a good conversation, and hopefully we'll continue to do what we are doing. And I want to also say a big thank you to all of our followers and people that are on now and people that are going to come later on to listen to what we said here tonight.
And we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. We are live on Snapchat and we are live on
Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. Rufus, go ahead.
Yeah, Ivy. My brother, I'm not understanding something. I don't know what is going on. So the whole issue with Liberty Party, ANC, and the rest. So what becomes CPP now? So it means that to me, because what I'm seeing now is like, okay, the collaboration political parties that make CPP. So what Kumi is actually doing and what is going on? I see Liberty Party, I see the issue in Liberty Party. But my concern, I want for you guys to really help me. Most of you and your co-host, I know you made a lot of research. I mean, you guys are out for information when it comes to related to those issues. But my concern, because this.
Hold on, I'm coming to you. Just hold on, I'm coming to you.
Remove CDC-led government from Liberia. And now we are just a year to election, a few months to election. And Kumi has totally, destabilized the entire group, the entire CPP. And right now, there is a huge confusion in the Liberty Party, suspending the key executive of the party. And we talk the last time talking about even if they pay the money, Musa Bete will not. So what is going on?
Okay. You don't?
That's my concern, brother. Yeah, that's my concern, really.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
We'll address that in our closing statement. Okoro, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Hello,
Okoro, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
my name is Conan, calling from Maryland.
Go ahead.
Maybe, like I always call and tell you guys, on this show, you're learning to be objective. Everything, I'm not LP man, I'm not ANC man, I'm a unity party. The only party that I voted for. But I will tell you guys, not everything you guys see out there because of Musa ability, you're referring to ANC. I know both of you guys are leaning towards Waka, which is a good thing. But your host made mention to D-Flow. Why can't you only then pay dues? All those things they're doing ain't nothing to tell you pay your dues. That was a very good question. He couldn't answer it. Why pay the dues? Pay your dues. All these things what we're talking about won't happen. Why is she talking about she spent $1,000 doesn't matter. That you political leader, Bromsky was doing the same thing. Other people do the same thing. But when it comes to dues, it's a different thing. Like you on a football team that the guy asked. When you play on a football team, you got your dues to pay. Even if you buy jersey for the team, that means you pay dues. No. Why you can't? Your host made mention about it, which it makes sense. Pay your dues. Then all the Rick Monroe in Halliburton were doing here won't happen. Why is she making that? Oh, she spent millions of dollars or $100? It means nothing. Pay your dues. All the things we're doing now won't be going on. That's all she need to do, whoever it is. They got dues to be paid. Musa Belede, whatever he wants to do, Liberty Party, we've seen people brought Musa Belede to Liberty Party. Okay. So they see thing, so then why are they making noise? The man said pay your dues. Everybody, not only them, there are a lot of them there who didn't pay their dues. And they know that they didn't pay their dues. Even you are spending thousands of dollars, it doesn't matter. I play for a team, Marseille, I was an athlete. So when they say dues, you pay it at $10, you pay your $10. That's your payment right there. So all the other things you're doing got nothing to do with paying your dues. I used to host people to my house, come them to my house. So all those things I was doing, get players my sneakers, do this. So that means when they say time to pay dues, then I mean while I was doing that, that my dues are paid. So be objective, not because you don't like Alexander coming, so you just make a whole lot of noise from there. Talking about, oh, the ANC is doing that, the ANC is doing that because Musa Belede and this and that. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Pay your dues.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, my brother.
The other guy said he don't know what's going on. You know, I am a member of the Democratic Party USA. Let me just tell you, you can take it to Joey, okay? I pay my dues, but I also do contribution based on the candidates I like. I like Aha Omar of Minnesota. I pay my dues. I pay extra money whenever I have it. But somebody calling?
Yeah. Samuel always calls when we're about to close.
Yeah, but we need to do something about this thing here. Yeah, AB, anyway, we'll talk that one behind the scene. But let me just conclude before I forget, because I know Samuel going to go longer. AB.
Yeah.
The other caller that came on before this caller that just left, before Samuel came. Let me just address his issue because I don't want to forget. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right. So like I was saying, right, I am a Democratic, partisan. I like their policies. Sometimes I don't like some, but at least I go with them. Okay, I pay my dues. But you see, the tradition in Liberia, especially elected officials or executive officials, they're not used to it. My point here is not that Nyobli and the rest of the folks should not pay their due. Okay, my point is Musa Belete should not use the conflict situation to suspend people, including the political leader. You can't do that. I will support any policy maker, any organizational leader to set as an example for the other people that are down there. Pay your due. But this thing is not about due right now. It is about political manipulation, political maneuvering for power grab. So Musa Belete is using the Liberty Party constitution as a cover-up, you know, to dehumanize people inside the Liberty Party. The original members of the Liberty Party are dying. A Brodsky was living, even though that constitution talk about it, Musa Belete never going to dream about suspending Brodsky. That's a fact. Okay? So to cut our matter short, I will suggest to Nyobli and the rest of the people, let them pay their dues. They need to pay it and see whether Musa Belete is going to open a new chapter to hunt them. Then that's when they go to Supreme Court. The other issue the caller talk about the CPP. From all indication, I don't see CPP standing. But they might not do anything because everybody's scared of their own framework that is in conflict. According to what they told us, I've not been able to read it, that nobody can get out of the CPP and go on their own. That's what they got now. And anybody that get out, you're not going to run again. That's why they make us to understand. And another person could take it to the Supreme Court. You can't expect nobody from the CPP. So they will be on the whole battle here. Probably at the end of the day, just we are going to take the matter of authority again 2023. Okay. If they can resolve this matter. Okay. And from all indication, I don't think it's going to be resolved because why? They got a hostile environment right now.
Okay.
One is this saga with Liberty Party chairman, with the rest of the executive committee members, and the other one inside the how do you call it? The CPP itself is Alexander Benedict Cummings.
Okay.
So it's gonna be extremely difficult for the CPP arrangement to hold.
Okay. Let's hold that. Samuel, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, our message say we're coming to get speech.
You know, Avi.
Yes.
Let me just, sorry for joining you guys late, man. Yeah. You know, I will tell you this, Avi. We all live in Liberia. We all know how Liberia looking like. If you live in a busy community, when you're building outside bars, when you shouldn't turn the door more to the road. When you're turning to the road, there's a high possibility people will see you making it. When the laptop fall down or when you're trying to take the laptop from the door. That's my own saying. You know why I say this, Eddie?
No.
Liberty Party at the moment is in a turmoil. The Lord knows that. Youngly knows that. Okay? So, the smart thing to do to stay out of Musa Belete way is to find a way that you will not give him any reason that he will use against you. The Lord did not pay his due and the rest of them. It is wrong. Musa Belete put the information outside there. But, however, they need to pay their due. My only thing now to Musa Belete, as a chairman, do you find pleasure? Are you happy? Are you okay? Are you satisfied? Every time your party is in the news for common things that you could have settled, could Musa Belete be happy if this was his married home every time being discussed in the public? Does that make him a good husband or a good father? Or a good family member? If this was his family being discussed like this in the news every day, how was he going to feel? So, I think Mr. Belete just showed his inability and everything else that they've been saying about him, that he's on a mission. For me, I'm not here to say he's on a mission for government or for ANC, but from all indication, it is clear that Musa Belete is up to something. Every animal moved by instances, human being moved by reason. Everything Musa Belete is doing, there is a reason behind it. He has his own healing agenda that he's not going to tell anyone, but he knows what he's doing. So the best thing now, that the question I asked someone the other time, is there any possibility for Charlotte, what's her name? I don't know, Charlotte Brodsky. I don't know if that's his name. Is there any reason for this girl to take over her father's party? If I was in her position now, I will suspend everybody from the political leader down to the sweeper.
No, but it cannot work like that because you are challenged, because you are a brown skin daughter, so you can't. You say you take over your father's property. It does not work like that. That's the.
If people not running corporation that the founder can fire everybody.
No.
They running a not-for-profit organization.
No, the reason why I'm asking a question because I don't know much about the Liberty Party or much about political party how it runs. Because you know the reason why I asked this question. Similar thing happened in France. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. We are getting it.
Similar thing happened in France. One of the political parties, the owner was getting old, and he was not making good decisions in the interest of in the interest of the party. And there were too many stuff, and his daughter was mature enough to get took over the party. And that party, I think there's going election. They came second. They nearly won the election.
Yeah, but that is France. But Liberia, Charlie is not. She is not a member of a political party that make decisions for the party. She is not there yet.
Then I want to say this to the people of Liberty Party: forget about Musa Belete, forget about Dillon, forget about Yombly. If you guys don't take siege of this matter, you guys are going to kill Liberty Party for good. It is going to affect each and every one of you in the future.
But doesn't the Liberty Party is already there?
Now, Liberty Party is not there yet. What's happening, AB? You see, this is what it says in life: the person that control your belly, control your life. Liberty Party made a terrible mistake, okay? And the mistake that Liberty Party made was to turn that party over to Musa. Was to turn that party over to Musa Belete because they felt or they thought that Musa Belete had the financial strength. You know, I will tell you this.
But on a brown skin, Liberty Party did not. On a Bronsky refused to get Liberty Party to Musa Hassan Belete because Musa Hassan Belete at that time he was doing everything for Liberty Party. The man looked at his party, he gave it to Steve Zago. You think that one mistake?
My brother.
A voter for Steve Zago, though, they did not vote for Musa Belete. He went unopposed.
Mr. Bronsky could see through Musa Belete, and he knew what Musa Belete was up to. You see, Liberty Party, Musa Belete taking over. That's why you see people like Dillon, some of us, we're learning a lot from what happening now in the Liberty Party and the CPP. And this is why sometimes I hear people say, oh, Maranteli get influence. It just shows that the men or the politicians in Liberia are still stupid and blind, to be honest with you. Maranteli went to Picano, and Dillon and Youngly, ignorantly sat there, she cajoled there, and they lied that Maranteli went for funeral. And there were rumors coming out there that she was trying to do something to convince them. And Steve Zago had a press conference. Today we are seeing the fruit from that meeting. That's why Dillon said he regretted supporting Musa Belete, and he regretted why he did not stand against that decision. Because at that time, they had people in their ear for the wrong reason. But I just hope that there are other wise people in Liberty Party that can take siege of this matter. Even if Musa Belete is supporting this party, and even if Musa Belete is doing anything for the party now, they should look at the survivability of the party and know that Musa is not doing the right thing. Even if they want to support Baka or Kumis or whoever, regardless, I don't care who they support. But my point here, they need to take siege of this matter, and they need to find a way that they can control this Liberty Party issue. Or else Liberty Party is going dead. That's for me, that's my saying. For me, I don't feel sorry for Yombly and Dillon.
Thank you.
I don't feel sorry for them. There's a saying that when you point one finger to somebody, won't go to God for witness in the air, the three come back in your chest and say, remember tomorrow. What they are getting today, Steve Zago told them they're not listening. But David, let me tell you what catch my heart.
What Melvin Sako said?
Melvin Sako said they will use excessive force if anyone gather at the bridge there again, or if the traditional elders gather at the bridge to protest for Bernie Samoka. So for me, I just want to tell the people of Lofa, if they're hearing some of us, you shouldn't do it for Bernie Samoka, you should do it for the sanity of the country. Someone needs to tell President Weah that the country does not belong to him, and someone needs to make President Weah to understand that in life you have to be afraid of something or you have to listen to somebody.
Thank you.
Every man in life, you need someone you can listen to, and you need somebody you can consult with, and you need somebody you are afraid of. From all standing point now in Liberia, is not afraid of anything.
Okay.
That we are going to church accusing the president, oh, the country of beyond Christian principle. You not getting medicine? We are not getting medicine. You want to tell me he doesn't have medicine? So I tell if the people of Lofa hearing us, they should please stick on their word. Okay. And the other counties need to join Lofa, because today is Lofa. Tomorrow, when another leader get into office and do it to Nimba, they shouldn't complain and expect Lofa to join them. This is why you see JMB gone quiet. They say, oh, the Ome can speak. When other people say, well, you keep quiet. Like my late grandmother used to say, Labra men want to laugh at a crazy child, but they don't want to born crazy child. Today, you're laughing at Lofa. Everyone is saying, oh, Lofa. Tomorrow, when it happens to Nima or Grand Gila, these are hot temper areas. They may not be this patient. They may not be this tolerant to allow what's happening. President, we need to stop this. The country now belongs to him. Everyone got right. Let them certificate Bernie Samoka. The law says when you help a criminal, you are a criminal facilitator. If we're going by the law, then we are a criminal facilitator because he paid some of this money. They need to stop what they're doing. The same thing will come and hunt their children tomorrow. The thing is joking with. Thanks for the time, AB. You saw the pictures I sent you. Don't tell our secret out there.
Okay, yeah, I saw that picture and you saw my comment.
Okay, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Francis, why let try to close.
Yeah, I was already closing, and now
Samuel.
Yeah, but let me just say, all in all is I listened to him too. I listened to the deputy police director. But you see, this is a problem I get with ECOWAS. ECOWAS is sitting down over there. AU is sitting down right there. They didn't say nothing. Kabina Jane is up there talking about his benefit. The government through the Ministry of Justice, Solicitor General Office, they ain't going to pay a dime. Okay? Now, Samoka and the people of Lofa, they have been underrepresented for 1 year straight. Okay? ECOWAS isn't coming in to say anything. AU not coming in to say anything. When we send out the 4 AK-47 shot in Lofa County in Vojama, maybe at that simple bridge, then they're coming. And they should not be surprised. Maybe this is the same thing that happened in 1998 in Monrovia. When Charles Taylor said it was one city, one capital, one country, what happened? After that, 1998, Ken Johnson Road stuff, it went down to Lofa County. The first statement that came from Charles Taylor, he said, the people in Lofa there, they were all dissident people, the 35 people that are beat. Where is Charles Taylor today? He's behind bar with bright light on. It can be no decision. Government should not be violent instigator. It's not because the people of Lofa did not vote for George Weah CDC, so they should be punished. They should be underrepresented. The Constitution is clear. This is not just a violation of Bernie Samuel's fundamental right under our law and under our constitutional system. It is a gross violation of the people of Lofa and the county of Lofa. And, you know, everybody's sitting there like, oh, it is okay. Oh, they don't have to take position. Oh, it is wrong. Wrong is wrong. Today, tomorrow. It's not, you know, I've never heard this thing yet. But it's happening under George Weah. And this thing maybe they're taking it like, oh, we're using the code. The same thing Musa Belede doing in Liberty Party, that the same thing George Weah executive is doing. They are using the Constitution or the Supreme Court opinion as a cover-up. Bernie Samuka and his team of lawyers requested for bill of information. Every time that bill of information want to come out, they suppress it. Okay, if the government have problem with Bernie Samuka, declare the seat open or declare the seat vacant. Let the Lofa people go back on the drawing board and elect another citizen. But you cannot hold a county hostage only because you got problem with Bernie Samuka. If the court is not clear with their opinion, Election Commission falls under the executive. They need to declare that seat vacant so we can go back on the drawing board and elect new person. But to keep Lofa people underrepresented is a gross violation of our political rights in Liberia and outside Liberia, especially those of us that come from Lofa County. And that other police officer, I don't even want to say it yet. Because let him give you a try. Let him go force the people, let him go smash the grandmaster. If you tell that all that they are gen gone and they get on them and not even open. Okay? Let him go give you a try. The people get 30-day ultimatum. If the 30-day finish it, then go stand and say they will clear it. Let them go clear the grandmaster, let them clear the zoos and the rest of the people, and then we see. But my people, on the issue of the CPP, my people, this is my personal opinion. The Kumizo, all of them inside the arrangement, the 4 political collaborating parties, they have forgotten their objective. And that objective they told us was the simplest way, the simplest idea to remove George Weah from power through the ballot box, to come together. They have forgotten that objective. They have put that objective under the carpet. And you know, it's not going to work. As long as they don't hold fast to that objective and they're holding fast to their personal greed, it's not going to work. So, that is it. From 2005, 2011, 2017, no single political party has won election in Liberia through a single standard bearer. They have always been a runoff. They can't even cross 38 because our constitution says 50% plus 1 vote. Even 2023, one candidate or one political party will be extremely difficult to win that election. It has to be through collaboration or alliances. That's the only way we're going to win George Weah. If we don't do it, we go to the runoff, you go to Nimba County, use the government resources, and buy Prince Johnson vote. That's it. Okay. That's what I got to say. Thank you, my brother, and thanks to our audience.
For me, I'm looking at it from different perspective. Maybe Melvin Sarko does not know the grandmaster. Maybe Melvin Sarko needs to be taught a lesson. Let Melvin Sarko ask the superintendent of Lofa what the grandmaster messenger said to him. They said if he made I get 2 seats, honor your belt, come to the bridge. According to Chief Zanzakawa, when they went there the first time, Melvin Sarko almost disappeared. He have to beg the grandmaster for them to please forgive him. But that is Liberia. All I have to say with the CP along with Nyombli, if it is true that Nyombli they need to pay their dues, that they have not paid their due, it is truthful here for me to say that making pledges or making donations is quite different from paying dues. So if normally have given money to the political party based on goodwill, that is not paying due. If normally know that within herself that she have not paid due, if ADD know within herself that she have not paid due, he have not paid due, it will be necessary for them to pay the due and then for them to go to stata quo ante. On that note, I would like to say here that that you can follow us on YouTube, you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitch. Now there's a difference between Twitter and Twitch. So on that note, we'd like to come to the very end of the Manefson Abraka Talk Show, and we want to say here very clear that we need another female to be able to join us on Friday, next week Friday. And then when we have the first program next week Friday, it will continuously go on every Friday. That will be discussing female issues. Female issues. Samuel, keep calling. Samuel, what you have to say?
Maybe, let me disagree with my brother. You see, this is why Ladrona going anywhere. We need to stop this. Why that guy from District 17, Kamara? Abu Kamara saw money. His was stolen. He knew he was getting paid, double pay. Abu Kamara admitted to it. And he said he was going to pay back. And they gave him a certificate. Now he's serving in the House of Rep. And he's paying this money back. Grand Crew County Senator, what a guy named Tuesday. Nathan Kiade did the same criminal act, and he promised to pay back. These people are taking a seat. Why should Brennan Samuka seat in local county be declared vacant to re-vote again? You see, that is the reason why West wants, and every leader that comes to power in our country comes with grudge. Let us be fair, let us be holy. There's no reason why Brennan Samuka seat should be declared vacant. He earned it, it should be given to him. Let us stop even giving we had our opportunity that declare the seat vacant, let us put another person. No, it is wrong. If there's a grand crew tomorrow, I would say it is wrong. If there were a grand pastor tomorrow, I would tell you it is wrong. The difference that we are doing, it needs to stop. Or else, my brother, somehow we'll keep talking this in the future that every government that comes to power, they come with grudge.
Thank you.
They come with grudge. In the country need to honor fair and tell we are. This is not right, and it needs to stop. In case tomorrow the young president in power, is that crew member not testing for the same reason? Are we not going to be having the same Rick Marrow? Why if uninvited come tomorrow and say, well, how you call it, another senator from Maryland should not take that seat? Are we not going to be having the same Rick Marrow? We need to set the precedent, and we need to set the precedent now. Let this certificate Brennan Samuka, there should be no reason why it should be declared vacant.
Thank you.
Wrong is wrong.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time.
So what we are saying here, we are saying that starting from next week Friday, we'll be discussing female issues about our country. In that way, we want to extend our invitation out to Hawa Meza have already accepted our invitation that she will be joining us. She'll be one of our panelists starting from next week Friday and all Friday going on board. So let us be able to take this time to tell Hawa Meza thank you for accepting our invitations. And we look forward to other females that want to come on board, that want to be part of that discussions. Let us be able to welcome them and be able to, we are open, either you reach to Francis or you reach to me, and then we can be able to announce the other female name later on the program, maybe on tomorrow. But we'll best ado, I just want to tell every one of you thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
You're welcome, my brother, as always.
Yet you
Let me say thank you to all of my followers, all of our followers, everybody that came on here tonight. I want to tell you thank you very much for tuning in to the Manessa Nabraka Talk Show. Don't make a mistake. Go on YouTube, subscribe to our channels as well. So when best we do, want to tell you thank you and have a God bless day. Bye bye for now.